great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
And anytime tea.
Come hang out like bucks on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
All you have to do is just have to get their feet here on the pavement and be. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
Theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
All right, awesome. We'll be happy. Works for me. Keep her rolling.
Iowa Pig Farmers Care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
Welcome to Fairway, where we're not a mega food, fashion, fitness, you name it center. For 80 years, we've been your neighborhood meat and grocery store, focused on cutting you the highest quality meats for your backyard barbecue, providing the freshest ingredients for your summer salad, and making sure your shopping trip is as easy and sweet as Grandma's blueberry pie. So while others try to put it all under one roof, at Fairway, we put our all into meat.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Semifinal.
Iowa Pig Farmers Care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together, we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively
believes in competition and good sportsmanship. Who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you did your best. So go ahead, place the knee, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Good morning and welcome to Harlan Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge. It's time for CISN.TV's 2018 coverage of the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Today it's top seed and defending champion Davenport Assumption in Class 3A taking on number 4 seed Humboldt. And you'll be watching in the Iowa Farm Bureau High School Girls State Softball Championship on the Mid-American Championship Network. And Dar Daniels here along with Laura Leonard. And Well, Laura, we got good weather. I don't want to jinx it and say that too loudly, but cool weather here, much different than what it was last season here in July. You never know in Iowa, but so far looks like a good weather to start out the day here.
Well, it's perfect temperatures, I would say, for softball, and you're right. Last year it was so overwhelming. I don't know how those kids played in that temperature and that heat, especially the catchers. They were able to get through it, and we're going to have a good matchup here today with the defending state champion, Davenport Assumption.
And Humboldt from just up the road, trying to come in here to Fort Dodge, a place they're familiar with, and knock off #1 and advances. They've already advanced, I believe, as far as they have in the state tournament here, and would like to get into that championship game today.
It's a huge opportunity, and what a better stage to be able to do it here in the state tournament. Knock off #1 seed and the defending state champion close to home, so you're going to have a good crowd, a loud crowd here, and trying to pick up the quote the home team in this ball game.
And what do you got to do to be the team that knocks off the defending champ?
I think you have to play flawless softball. I think you have to play error-free softball. You got to get those timely hits. You have to do the fundamentals. If you're up there and the coach gives you the bunt signal, get the bunt down, move those runners, do everything to perfection. That's what you have to do to win this ball game.
And I've heard it from the time I was young to now. Don't walk batters. Walks will kill you, and that especially here at the state tournament when sometimes runs are at a premium. You don't want to walk anybody.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And they seem to happen at a crucial time, and you can go back and look at a lot of games. You're going to see that maybe a rally started with a walk.
Looking at it here, Davenport Assumption in the opening round game beat Benton Community 14-4, while Humboldt down Atlantic 3-0 to advance today. The winner will move on to Friday at 3:30 to play in the championship matchup. And I know you're probably happy to see a little bit of change in the lineup after some of those games that we had last year delayed by the weather, and then you had some of the title games delayed by the weather, and a little bit friendlier schedule this year.
Yeah, we had, I do like the change. It'll be interesting to see what kind of feedback we get from the change in the schedule, but definitely a nice opportunity to showcase the 1A and 2A on Thursday night, and then the 3A, 4A, and 5A on Friday night.
Over at first base, 36. Humboldt. The high corner, third base bag today. Batting eighth, hitting ninth, playing right field. Once again, starting line, Humboldt Bobcats and number 23, number 29, loss. President Wisconsin, Atlanta, now for Davenport Assumption, 37-3-1, Class A state champion. Forced by Ron Farrell in his fourth season with the Reds. They'll be that for the second base player in the fourth. Hitting second place, Davenport and a rolling pass third. Cleaning up in pitches, Hannah Kelly. Cardi Salmon bats fifth and plays top quarter. Nicole Yoder, the first outfield at 6. Batting 7th, outfielder Emma Johnson. The designated player, Hannah Smith, batting 7th, third baseman, number 24. And batting outfielder is Ricky Olivia L. Once again, starting out of 12, Davenport Assumption. Nelson and Rollers, right fielder, number 27, Salmon, number 32. Yeah, very good.
Semifinal softball on CISN.TV. The starting lineups brought to you by Buena Vista University. Dar Danielson and Laura Leonard here. And for Humboldt, Hannah Kelly, I believe she's a UNI recruit, right? And you'd like to jump on her quickly, but not nobody's done that too much throughout her career, so we'll see what happens. But for Humboldt, it seemed like they'd like to get up to the plate and maybe, get something going early on.
Well, you make her work a little bit, see if you can find out where her pattern is. Are they going to work inside, outside? Are they going to work high, low? What kind of pitches? So when you're in that on-deck circle, you need to be watching. And right now, the leadoff hitter and Carly Thompson needs to be watching and see what kind of spin she sees on the ball, what they're doing in these warm-up pitches. And then just be patient to start this ball game. Make her work, make her throw you some pitches, and then find something you like.
So the warm-ups here, and you see the fans across the outfield, and up behind us here, we're under the backstop, or behind the backstop here this year in a new position for us broadcasting, and appreciate you watching in today as we get ready here. And third consecutive trip here for Davenport Assumption. Won it last year. And finishing up the warm-ups for Assumption, even though you're the defending champ, I know you come out in that first, games here at the state tournament, there's always a little butterflies in there.
I think you get here to Fort Dodge in every game. I think you have butterflies because you know what's at stake. And this team in Davenport Assumption, they want to repeat. And so maybe they're a little tighter than Humboldt might be. And so maybe that gives the edge to the Wildcats.
Leading it off, the center fielder, Carly Thompson, swings and misses at the first pitch for Humboldt. We're underway here. Over on the Buena Vista Diamond, we have another game going on. And this one is lifted high and over the backstop for strike two. So Hannah Kelly quickly on top of the batter here, 0-2 for the Knights.
And they're working down in the zone, so look for a lot of ground balls. And the infielders need to be ready.
That one comes outside for ball one. We'll try to make her look at one here. Kelly will get a little rosin on the hand, and here we go. Here's the wind, and there's a slap toward the first baseman, and she'll step on first easily. Lauren Lokinen for the first out of the inning.
And I think you're going to continue to see a lot of that, balls to the right side. As I said, they're working down in the zone, outside corner, and so you have to be able to get that plate coverage to make contact.
Here's Jory Hayek, the shortstop for Humboldt. And a swing and a miss on the first pitch. One out here on the top of the first. Class 3A semifinal. And that one bounces before it gets to the plate. So keeping it low, just a little bit too low that time.
Just a little bit too low with that one. But, it's going to be interesting to see if they work low, and then change that eye level with the pitch up in the zone, just like that.
Yep, and you called it, came right up there, and it's a 1-2 count now on the number 2 batter with 1 out for Humboldt at the top of the first inning. And if you're looking for the other game, we have 2 streams running today on both fields. And the swing and a miss, caught her in a little bit of an off-speed there. And route number 2, that'll bring up Maddie Lang, the catcher for Humboldt, hitting .456 coming into the tournament.
So far, a good mix of pitches. Has these hitters a little bit off balance. Seen some off speed, some high-low, balls on the outside corner. Got to make some adjustments as this game moves on.
That one low for ball one. First time she's fallen behind the hitter in the first three here. Here's a pitch slapped down the third baseline. It's fair. There's the throw, and it'll be a 5-3 put out as Humboldt will go down in order here in the first inning, 1, 2, 3. So we'll take a break, come back, and Assumption will come up to bat in the bottom of the first after this on CISN.TV.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business.
Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up! Game on. They say our idea of fun is morning tea. And afternoon tea.
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and be. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Olivia Wardlaw will lead it off for Davenport Assumption. Humboldt went down 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first inning. Ellie Jacobson on the mound. Kaya Arnold at first. Claire Baron-Koo at second. Jory Hayek at shortstop. Kendall Clark at third. We'll give you the rest of the defense after this as a strike called in the first pitch. Around the outfield, Darling, Thompson, and Clark left to right for Humboldt.
Made a little adjustment defensively. They brought Baron-Koo in from second base, standing right next to the pitcher almost.
That one's a ball, 1-1.
Wildcat defense, Darling, Thompson, and Clark left right in the outfield. Clark right, Baron-Koo to Arnold.
Obviously anticipating more, maybe a bunt here with the infield in.
And they're making adjustments. They're moving her that right side of the field back and forth.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Ellie Jacobson, 29 and 2 on the season for Humboldt. Ahead of the leadoff batter here, 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. And this one is lifted over into the hole for a hit into left field. So a good piece of hitting there by Wardlaw.
Very nice job, and took a big uppercut at the last pitch he saw. They came in with an off-speed pitch, able to get enough of the bat on it to dump it into left field and get things started for Assumption.
Here's Leah Nelson, the center fielder, hitting 308. She calls time. We're going to give a sign over there to Wardlow. And popped up and caught for the out. Is she trying to bunt that?
Almost a little bit of miscommunication. Wardlow has speed on the bases, so they just want to get her into scoring position. But the pop-up, 3 players converge on that, and nobody really talking, but they were able to pull it in and get the out.
Defensively, not calling anybody off. Anna Wohlers steps in, left-handed batter here, the catcher, and fouls this one. It's going to get out of play off the left side. She'll for strike 1. Maybe another one of those early nerves things. Everybody's going for the ball, and you're right, almost too many. If somebody else sticks a glove in there and knocks it away, you got an issue.
Arnold over there is a little taller than Lang. Lang bumped into Arnold, but she was able to pull in.
As the pitch gets over the head of the catcher, and Wardlow will take second.
So now they're in the situation they would have been if the bunt would have been able to
get it down.
Get it down.
Runner at second, 1 out. And Wohlers at the plate with a 1-1 count here. The bottom of the first inning, no score. Here's the pitch. Slapped into left center field. They're going to bring the runner around, and she'll easily score in stand-up double for Wohlers. And there's 1 run on the board for Davenport Assumption.
Well, and you wonder with the wild pitch, the runner getting to second base, she easily scores. Would they have sent her on that? You don't know. With her speed, probably, to try to make that play at the plate. Or do you have a rally starting with runners at second and third and only 1 out? So doesn't really matter. They put the run on the board. They have another runner in scoring position.
Aaron Ackerman will come in to run second base for Anna Wohlers. That brings up Hannah Kelly, pitcher. She squares the bunt, pulls back, runner going to third, and should get in there. Is unable to make the throw. And ball 1, runner at third now. 1 run in for Assumption with 1 out.
Interference from the batter, Hannah Kelly, won't get the call. Here's the 1-0
Jacobs. This one is hit hard into right center. Diving catch by Clark in right field. The runner will tag and score, but what a play by the right fielder to get the out on that. The only problem is when you got to dive, it's hard to come up and throw it into home, and they get the RBI on that, or the sacrifice, I should say.
A great effort out in right field by Clark. She does pull it in, but with that stolen base, they were able to manufacture the second run.
There's a ball to Carly Salmon, number 5 hitter, third baseman. Takes the first pitch. 1-0. 2 outs here. 2 runs in for Assumption. Swing and just got a piece of it for strike 1. And it's a 1-1 count. Humboldt would like to get this out and get in. Shut off any damage here. Just a little, took a little something off that one and got it in there for a strike.
You know, as a hitter, sometimes that's one you see and you recognize, and you just can't make yourself pull the trigger.
Just froze on it. Not quite sure if it's going to be there. It was 1-2 pitch, and that's high and outside. 2-2 the count with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning, and 2 runs in here for Davenport Assumption. A little bit of a breeze, feels good. This one is popped up right side. It's going to get over the backstop and right in almost into us here.
Now, I didn't bring my glove to the ball field today, and I probably should have.
Usually here under the cage, you don't get a chance to grab it, but that one almost snuck into us. So here's the 2-2 again. And that's a little off speed. That time she waited on it a touch and fouled it off. Had to recognize it that time. It just held a bit.
Yeah, the way that Jacobson throws that, it floats at times, and you're right, it freezes you. You throw it too often, that hitter's going to recognize it.
So again, the 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck her out to end the inning. 2 hits and two runs on 2 hits, no errors and none left on base at the end of 1 complete. Assumption 2, Humboldt nothing. Back with the second inning after this on CISN.TV.
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
We go to the top of the second inning here. on CISN.TV. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Humboldt, trailing now, giving up 2 runs. In the bottom of the first, Ellie Jacobson, the pitcher, will come up, try to help her own cause here. Hitting .356 coming into the tournament. Here's the line and the ball to Jacobson. Anna Kelly on the mound, Anna Wohlers behind the plate. Oakland, Wardlaw, Yoder, and Salmon. First base to third, there's a ball low. Outfield, Emma Johnson, Leah Nelson, and Olivia Allen left to right for Assumption. And something we haven't seen here, she's been on, first couple hitters got ahead of them early, and now she's behind 3-0.
Well, sometimes you get that cushion and you relax a little bit too much as a pitcher and you aren't as sharp. And boy, they gave her the green light on 3-0. Let her swing away. Why not? Why not?
What the heck? Not. So sometimes that's the best pitch you get on 3-0.
Yeah, you're right.
Is in there, but and obviously with Jacobson, confident with her. And that one's there, so we got a full count. So now, pitcher against pitcher here. Jacobson looking to get on base to got to cut that deficit. This one, a little off speed, and she caught it. Just got the bat out there barely.
Boy, great job of keeping the hands back and just spoiling that pitch, because that was a nice changeup and able to foul that one off to stay alive.
Here's Hannah Kelly. Delivers low and walks her. Base on balls. The first base runner of the day for Humboldt. And now that'll bring the tying run to the plate. The left fielder, Rachel Darling.
We'll get a courtesy runner for Jacobson.
Number 20.
So Alexis Hansen will run for
Alexis Hansen, the 8th grader, coming in to run.
And as you say that, a lot of youth on both these teams here, Laura.
I know. Boy, you look up and down the lineups, and not a lot of upperclassmen. I think we kind of see that in softball nowadays.
Yeah.
It's a younger game, as you do have the 8th graders, freshmen, sophomores playing a lot, as a lot of the seniors opt to not come out.
Darling is a senior. She steps in, bunts it right back to the pitcher. A little stumble there. She throws in time, and they advance the runner on the sacrifice. A momentary bobble, but she did well to pick that up and get it to first.
Got the job done. Darling did what she was asked to do, got the bunt down, almost able to leg it out and put runners at first and second, but they recover nicely defensively.
There's a ball to Arnold. Arnold, the first baseman. 1-0 pitch, runner at second. One out. That one was inside for 2-0, so falling behind the hitters now here in this second inning. Is Hannah Kelly. Gets that grip on the ball, delivers. And held off that one for a strike. 2-1. And any way you can get that run out there, it halves the lead in this inning. So a big at bat here. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Well, and that's the goal of this inning. You've got that runner in scoring position. You've put her there via the bunt, and so you've got to make the effort to get contact with the pitch and move that runner along.
Yeah, that one just hangs outside to go to a full count. 3-2 here. One out. Runner at second for Humboldt. They trail 2-0. Runner going, took a little run there and a called strike. As the runner fainted like she was going to take off for third, but doesn't. Arnold takes the called strike. That brings up the third baseman, Kendall Clark, a freshman, hitting .394 coming into this one. And there's a strike right on the outside. So zeroing back into that low and outside pitch, Laura.
It's been working. She's been hitting that spot, and that's kind of been her fallback pitch, go-to.
There's a little kind of Check swing, a bobble, and a throw, and everybody's going to be safe. And the runner's going to come home at the bobble over at first. And so we'll see how they score that.
That's twice now that Kelly's had a little trouble picking up comebackers to her. It looked like she might have slipped a little bit when she went to pick that up and tried to throw as she was falling down. Couldn't make that throw. It hops over the glove of Loken over there, and they just kept that runner going from second base.
Here's a ball to Birdsell. Addie Birdsell, the designated player. Sometime when we have a couple of hours, you can explain all that flex stuff. There's a ball, 2-0.
There's things that I still don't understand, and I ask questions all the time, but it always seems to work out somehow.
Yeah. 3-0 here.
Yeah, you kind of have to believe that Kelly's a little frustrated with herself, maybe not able to pick that ball cleanly and get the third out of the inning.
And what did we say? Lead-off walk, and that came back to bite him here. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that's ball 4. So second walk here. And now runners at first and second.
A little meeting at the mound, I think. Want to try to calm things down here and just say, you know, we've got the lead. Let's get out of this, have 2 outs. Let's put that inning behind us, put the error behind you. Go out and get this out number 3, and that's just kind of what I think Coach is doing out there right now.
Yeah. Ashley Clark, the right fielder, the number 9 batter for Humboldt, ready to step up. They got a leadoff walk from Ellie Jacobson, and then she was sacrificed over to second and then came home on the error on the throw to first. And then another walk, and we have runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Ashley Clark. With a big opportunity, 349. Takes a strike. And Baron Kuhn, now Kuhn over at first, running the flex player for Humboldt. That one's outside. 1-1. Anna Kelly trying to get out of this inning here with just 1 run given up.
Kelly spins it out she wants.
Here's a low pitch and outside for ball. 2-1. It'll be the bottom and then the top of the order for Humboldt if they can. Batter on here. Here's the 2-1. And there's a strike. 2-2 now. Even up on the count.
And you have to be impressed with the way that Humboldt has come back here in this inning. You know, get down 2 runs, and they just calmly have done what they needed to do at the plate to get back in this ballgame.
This one is down the left field line. Caught for the out by Emma Johnson on the run. And that might have been carrying foul, but it doesn't matter. She caught it, so they get 1 run on no hits, I believe. 1 error and 2 left on at the end of 1.5. 2-1 to score. Back with the bottom of the second after this on CISN.TV.
Welcome to Fairway, where we're not a mega food, fashion, fitness, you name it center. For 80 years, we've been your neighborhood meat and grocery store, focused on cutting you the highest quality meats for your backyard barbecue, providing the freshest ingredients for your summer salad, and making sure your shopping trip is as easy and sweet as Grandma's blueberry pie. So while others try to put it all under one roof, at Fairway, we put our all into meat and grocery.
Back at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex on the Iowa Farm Bureau High School Girls State Softball Championship semifinals here. Brought to you by Mid-American Energy, Dar Danielson, Laura Leonard. And it'll be oops, if I flip my score page. Nicole Yoder leading off, batting 6 for Davenport Assumption, 6, 7, and 8 here. Yoder, her first trip to the plate here. Assumption leading 2-1. There's a ball from Ellie Jacobson on the mound for Humboldt. Yoder Jr. takes it low for ball 2. Yoder hitting .336 coming in. And takes it low again. 3-0.
Well, we've talked about it. Walks. You don't want to have the leadoff hitter on base via the walk to start an inning after you've scored a run.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And she's taken all the way and takes ball 4, so a base on balls to Yoder. Brings up the left fielder, Emma Johnson. Hitting .422. And steps in on the left side.
14 stealing bases. There goes Yoder.
And tried to slap it down the third baseline, but it's foul. For strike 1.
Well, she showed bunt and then brought it back, tried to slap it. Runner was going from first base, so a little bunt and run, slap and run, try to get things in motion.
Kind of the inside pitch, though. Hard for her to turn and slap, I think, on that one. Here's the 0-1 now. And this one bunted. Beautiful bunt down the third baseline. Throw to first. Not in time. Everybody's safe. And that was a perfect bunt. Dropped down a few feet off the plate and just died there, and then made that third baseman have to charge.
Made a good throw, though,
yeah,
over
she
there
did.
from third base. Strong throw.
Very close, but called safe, and that brings up Hannah Wislander, designated player. Senior. Hitting .293. This one is popped up and caught by the catcher. Maddie Lang. It's a good quick out of the box by her. Route number 1. And that brings up Olivia Allen. Big out there. Allen, the right fielder, will step in. Batting .333. And here we go. One out, runners at first and second. Takes that one high for ball 1.
Johnson is at first.
First and third baseman in.
Yeah, they're bringing shortstop in as well, and have moved Varen Kuhn over a little bit more into the hole.
There's a ball. 2-0.
And more towards first base side is what I meant, rather than up the middle.
Yeah. Maybe anticipating her laying down the sacrifice to move him over. I don't know. Holds off on that. It's a ball. 3-0. Here to Allen.
Well, see if she has the green light here. We've seen that before on a 3-0 count in the last inning.
State walks coming in. And that's a strike on the outside corner to the lefty. 3-1.
They'll score on just about anything hits in the outfield.
Here's the 3-1 pitch.
Here comes Ellie's 3-1 pitch.
The line. Swing and a miss. That's a big pitch for Jacobson.
Huge pitch. Now gets it full. Anything on the ground, step on a base.
Caught Allen thinking a little bit about that on that. Took a little bit off.
Yeah. It was a great pitch down and in and a little off speed.
So here's the 3-2. 1 out, runners at first and second. And popped up. That'll stay in the infield. Second baseman comes over, but the shortstop will make the play. For out number 2, Jory Hayek makes the play, and that brings up Olivia Wardlow, who led off the game with a single as the second baseman. So this would be big to get out of this inning war with 2 base runners left stranded out there.
That would give them some momentum coming back up to the plate.
Here's the pitch, slap toward left, and the left fielder is out there and under it, a long out to end the inning. Fly out to left field by Wardlow, caught out there by Darling, and that'll end the inning. No runs on 1 hit and 2 left on base here. At the end of 2 complete, it's Assumption 2 and Humboldt 1. Back with more after this on CISN.TV.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Back here, leading off the top of the 3rd inning is Carly Thompson for Humboldt. She grounded out to first baseman the first time up and takes a strike. And here's a ball, 1-1. And in just a minute, Tom Florian of the Girls Union. Here's the 1-1 pitch, low. And Tom, you're in charge of the weather, so that's why it's so nice out today, right?
I'd like to think so. Yeah, thanks, Don. Laura, thanks for having me on. Yeah, it's beautiful weather here in Fort Todd.
Here's the 2-1 slap foul. It'll be 2-2. And it sounds like everything went off without a hitch yesterday in the opening round games.
Yeah, the quarterfinals have been very smooth from a facility standpoint. The staff here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex have been awesome to work with. The fields are in great condition. We're looking for a great week as we continue on.
There's a 2-2 pitch just on the outside edge and made the batter clinch a little bit, but it's going to go to a full count here.
So crowds here this week have been pretty good.
Yeah, we've had great crowds so far. And very similar to the past years.
Base on balls. There, so Humboldt gets the leadoff runner on. And anything people need to know that are coming out, that anything you want to pass along to them as they come out to the tournament?
You know, just it's a great atmosphere as it has been in years past. We have great fan support for the girls competing. We have great support from the facility staff here at Harlan Rogers Complex. And we just have great support from all of our partners, Mid-American Energy, obviously, presenting the online stream for the semifinals, Iowa Farm Bureau, the proud title sponsor of the girls union. Just great support all around for this great event.
So there's a strike to Hayek, 1-1.
We haven't had the opportunity to get to the finals yet, but have you heard any feedback about the change in scheduling?
I haven't heard any negative feedback, Laura, which is always a good thing. I think folks are pleased with how the championship games for Thursday and Friday are going to be prime time, if you will, in the afternoon and evening. I think that'll help folks who might have to work on Friday, who have previously had to maybe take a day off, will be able to catch both the championships on Thursday and Friday. So I think that's a welcome change.
That one was fouled off. So here's the 1-2 pitch. So the batter fouled off again. Well, we appreciate you stopping by and keep up the good weather, will you, throughout the day?
We'll do what we can. Thank you so much for having me, and let's have some great weather and a great rest of the tournament.
All right, Tom Florian with the Girls
nice job.
Union. Good to have him with us here, and here's the 1-2 pitch again. And this one fouled off again as Jory Hayek hanging in there. She struck out the first time up, and Now second time through, you see the pitcher a little bit lower, and she's hanging in there. Has fouled a couple pitches off now. And here's the wind. And this one is fouled off again. So a 6-pitch at bat so far here for Hayek. And a ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first. Off the walk. Here's the pitch, and that is just outside, and man, she took a long look at that, didn't she?
Well, we're starting off this inning just like they started off the last inning with the base on balls. They were able to push 1 run across, hoping to do the same thing here in this half of the inning.
This one is driven, that's going to go way foul on the left side, and she's mad at herself. She thought she could turn a little quicker. That might have given them the lead, but.
Boy, she knew she had the pitch to hit. Yeah. Just hands a little too quick through the zone because she had all of it. Now watch for an off speed. Anytime you see a hitter hit one like that, pitcher's going to come back off speed.
She's their leading home run hitter with 8. And this one is low, bounces. That'll send the runner down on the wild pitch. So runner at second, and we got a full count now. So Hayek has made the most out of this at bat. 9 pitches now, and Kelly looking for the strikeout or just to put it in play and get the out here. As here's the payoff pitch. And hit to the first baseman, turns to second, but can't get there in time. So fly out to the first baseman. Hard coming down that line to turn to second, but this runner at second didn't really get off the bag too much out there.
No, but made it close.
Yeah.
She had to hustle to get back.
That brings up Maddie Lang, the catcher. She grounded out to first last time up. Takes a strike on the outside. Here, Humboldt has the tying run out at second with 1 out. In the heart of the lineup here, 3, 4, 5 coming up. That one's high, lays off it. 1-1. And dribbled out there to the shortstop and throw over. For the fielder's choice for the second out. Runner goes down to third now, and that's big because now a pass ball or something like that could get the runner home from third, Laura.
And a good piece of base running as well by Thompson. Let that ball go in front of her, didn't get hit by it, and then advanced to third.
Here's Jacobson, takes a walk. She walked her first time up and scored, the only run here for Humboldt so far. And we're going to have a pitcher-catcher little conference here to talk this over. As here again, you don't want to be switched up with that runner, the tying run at third.
Yeah, you just want to make sure that you know you're on the same page, that you don't want anything down in the dirt. You want to keep everything in front. Try to get out number 3.
And here's the 1-0. Strike right in there. More times than not, you have that conference and it settles the pitcher and they come right back, don't they?
And that's sometimes all it takes to just kind of snap them out of it, whatever it might be.
1-1. Slapped right back to the pitcher. She'll turn, throw to first, and they get out of the inning with no harm done. Give up a leadoff walk, so no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base at the end of 2.5. 2-1 Assumption, with Assumption coming to the plate after this on CISN.TV.
This is Iowa, and here we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger. And together, we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger. And together, we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Well, we'll go to the bottom of the third. Leah Nelson, the center fielder, will lead it off for Davenport Assumption. She flied out to the first baseman her first time up, and Assumption holds off a, could have been a rally there. They had the leadoff walk, but got out of that, and now they lead off with the 2, 3, and 4 batters here in the bottom of the third. Looks to, squares the bunt, pulls back, takes a ball. And those are some of the innings where, as a pitcher, you get runners on and you get yourself out of it, and those give you confidence, don't they, down the road? Yeah, and the other thing that I think gave her some confidence, that comebacker, she fielded it cleanly and got out of the inning. Yeah, after a little fumble fingers early on. Yeah. This one slapped through the shortstop will get there, but we'll have no play on that one, as it looked like it was going to get through both of them. The shortstop came over Hayek and made a good play on it, but just did not have time to get up and throw it. And that brings up the catcher, Anna Wohlers, who doubled the last time up to score a run. Lead off single. Pitch is high, runner goes, and safe is the call. Stolen base for Leah Nelson. Now the runner out there in scoring position. With the ball, no strikes on the batter. Coming into the tournament, 11 stolen bases on the season. She's adding to that total. I got the sheets from yesterday. Look up and see if what she did yesterday. But here's the 1-0 pitch now. Swing and a miss. 1-0, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike on Anna Wohlers. A little breeze here on the diamond feels good. The line and the off-speed pitch took it for a strike. It was one of those you just had to kind of look at it. This is a big-time hitter. They'll trying to go for a strikeout. So, well, I'll wait for a little better one. 1-2 here now. Jacobson, the count against Wohlers. This one driven toward left center and off the left fielder's glove rather. Runner's going to come around and she'll score there on the throw. And Wohlers will go into second on the throw. Well, that ball was kind of tailing off as the left fielder came over, and then it kind of ended up a little behind her on the glove, I think. Well, and I think you had kind of mentioned it previous to that pitch that the wind had picked up a little bit, a breeze, and I think that ball got caught up in the breeze. Brings up Hannah Kelly, the pitcher, who flied out to right, a sacrifice fly last time up. So the lead up to 3 now, or up to 2, with a 3-1 lead. That one, one of those that didn't drop for a ball to Kelly. Jacobson looks in. 2 RBIs, give her 44 in the year. Line and delivers. Nice little bunt in front of home plate, throw over and off the hands, off the gloves of the first baseman. The run will score. And into second is Kelly. And that makes it now 4-1. I think everybody converged on that bunt. It was a great bunt.
And then there was not enough room, really, for Jacobson to get a good, clean line to throw that ball over to first base. Everybody was huddled together, and that's why the throw was off the mark.
So the second error will be charged to Humboldt. And now a meeting on the mound for Humboldt here, as Coach Doug Van Pelt wants to talk it over. And it'll bring up Carly Salmon, who struck out the third baseman her first time up. So what's the discussion on the mound, Laura? We're in the circle, I should say.
Well, it's definitely, you got to stop things here. No more runs across. Got to have some error-free defense. Just be calm when the ball comes to you. And let's get out. So that's probably what they're talking about. And in the meantime, courtesy runner for Hannah Kelly out there on second base. And that is Kate Anderson that comes in to run.
And this is a chopper going to be thrown over to first. Moves the runner over. Who fielded that? Was that the?
That was third base,
third
Clark.
Base, that's what I thought, 5-3.
And she came in, caught it right at its peak. Had no fear coming in and charging over there at third base.
So brings up Yoder, the shortstop. She walked. Was stranded at second. Her first time up, takes a strike on the first pitch.
And Humboldt's thinking too, maybe a squeeze here. Are they going to try to squeeze that run in? Corners are really coming in hard.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, a big cut by Yoder. And she's down 0-2. 1 out here in the inning. Looks in and delivers. That's high. 1-2. Checks the signal again. Anderson over at third. This one would be fouled up and off the screen to our right here for strike. No, that'll be 2 strikes, so that's just a foul ball. 1-2 count.
No, that was
or was that
strike 3 on the attempted bunt.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. That's right. That's right. If you bunt it with 2 strikes, that's.
And they were trying to squeeze that. A little bit of surprise tactic with 2 strikes on the hitter.
Emma Johnson up. She singled last time up. Takes a ball there. Still, let's see what they do here. If they swings through that time, looking to slap it through. So the 1-1 pitch. 2 outs, runner at third for Assumption. And she holds off that one.
A little too high up in the zone for her to be able to do anything with that pitch, and wisely lets it go by.
And this one is going to be slapped up toward the shortstop. And so there's 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 Humboldt error, and 1 left on base. At the end of 3 complete, it's 4-1 Assumption over Humboldt here on CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields. Here's to everyone who believes in competition.
Miss your hometown clothing store, the one that had it all.
Everything to get the work done all in one place. G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing.
Here we go. We'll go to the top of the fourth inning. Rachel Darling will lead it off for Humboldt. Chops it right back to the pitcher who turns and throws. And second time in a row that Darling is grounded out to the pitcher. And that brings up Kaya Arnold, the first baseman, who struck out looking last time up. And just gets a piece of that, pulled a little bit on the pitch there. 0-1. Assumption plated 2 in the bottom of the third to take the 4-1 lead now. That one's high. Goes off that one. 1-1. Dar Danielson, Laura Leonard here on CISN.TV.
Batting average. Trying to get something started for the Cats here in the home half of the road half of the fourth today.
This one hit toward the second baseman. Takes a late hop, but she's able to get it all right. Olivia Wardlaw. And there's 2 gone.
Sometimes those ground balls that just stay skimming the ground, and right at the last minute they get to the fielder and they take a hop. But Wardlow did a nice job of staying with it and making the quick flip over to first.
This diamond chewed up a little bit as the runners go around on it, and maybe hit one of those spots where a runner had come through and just came up. But when you're that close, you can take time to fumble it just a bit. This one is a swing and a miss, 1-1.
Yeah, over there on the right side, second baseman has the luxury of maybe having a little bobble, being able to make the throw over to first in time.
Kendall Clark
1-1
with the 1-1 count, and this one slapped right back to the pitcher, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Assumption here in the top of the fourth. And they will go to the bottom of the fourth, leading 4-1. That's coming up after this on CISN.TV.
Hi, Ron here, head coach at West Side Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to West Side Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. You can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to West Side Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are going it back now. Move it.
And we'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning here. Assumption will have the 8-9 and then the top of the order, leading 4-1 over Humboldt in this semifinal game. Designated player Hannah Wislander comes up. She flied out to the catcher the last time up. And steps in. Takes ball high. Amazing too how Davenport Assumption gives their pitcher a little padding, and then they come right out and go 1-2-3 at the top of that inning, Laura.
They didn't do that in the first inning where they got the lead and they allowed Humboldt to get back in it with that 1 run. But now this time, defensively and pitching-wise, they did a better job of holding that lead.
Swinging strike makes it a 1-1 count here to Wislander. And Speed is in there for a strike.
1-2.
Had her guessing there, looking.
You could see it when it left her hand. Yeah. It was just going to float there, stay right about knee level.
Here's the 1-2. That one is slapped hard into left center for a base knock. And the leadoff runner on for Assumption.
Yeah, went to the off speed one too many times, and that one hung up right at chest level, eye level. And Wislander was able to just knock it right into center field, start the inning off for the Knights.
Yeah, you get away with that if it's down more knee level than hanging a little bit, but when you hang it up chest level, then it's just like teeing it up for the batter here.
Just like batting practice.
And
we'll see
Number 1 is going in to run for Wistlander, and
that's Maddie Loken.
Loken will run.
Loken will run. And Olivia Allen, the right fielder, comes up.
And it is Olivia Allen.
Gets a ball. She flied out to the shortstop last time up. Batting from the left side here.
A lot of options here for Assumption to be able to get the defense out of position.
Where's the bump? Pulls it back. Runner going, and there. Stolen base for Loken.
Just in under the tag. It was a good throw. And I think the foot got into the bag just before the tag was put on her.
Yeah, Maddie Lang came up with that firing and right in the right spot in the bag, but runner had a good jump, Loken, and it's a 1-1 count with the runner now at second and no outs. Bunts it over. Nope, they said it hit her foot, and she's out. So that's big because if they have to go with that, they got to run it to third.
And the runner goes back to second base.
It's a foul off her foot.
And she was out of the batter's box, so she's out.
So she's out.
Yeah.
That was the key, is she was moving ahead. If you're out of the batter's box and it hits you, then it brings up Wardlaw, the leadoff batter. She takes a strike outside. She's singled and flied out to left, a long fly out to left, her second time up, and she has scored a run. This one fouled off the left side, so she's down quickly, 0-2. And a good out for the defense for Humboldt here with the runner out there at second.
But you have the leading hitter up coming into the tournament, hitting over 500. So
yeah, that's true.
She is a weapon at the plate.
You don't want number 9 out there, though, with the
true.
Next
no outs.
Yeah, with no outs. And a swing and a miss, and struck her out. So out number 2 for Humboldt. Brings up the center fielder, Leah Nelson. She flied out to the first baseman and singled and scored after stealing the base in the third inning.
And now time is called.
Time called. And got to bring in a pinch hitter, looks like maybe here.
Well, Sydney Rowe came running in. Looked like from the bullpen.
Yeah.
And it looks like she may be grabbing a bat, and how about that for all of a sudden being pulled into the ball game?
Hell. So Sydney Rowe will come in. She's only got 6 at-bats coming in, but hitting .333, so she's been productive at the plate when she has hit. With 2 outs and a runner on, let's see if she can bring around, and she takes a big cut. She's not wasting her time in there, is she?
No, she got a little sprint in from the other side of the field to get stretched out.
Well, I suppose I'd be that way. If you only had 6 at-bats coming in and you get an at-bat, you want to take advantage of it here, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens. The 0-1. That one's high. Runner goes down to third and a late throw, but
nobody talking defensively to help out Lang behind the plate, and they just were able to steal that base. Nobody on the defense moved.
So here again, pass ball or something might get that run in, but that pitch is high. 2-1.
Now Rowe just stood there and stood in the box, and everybody kind of looked around. The runner was halfway to third base.
Yeah, the third baseman was up off the bag, so she caught it and didn't really have time to turn. Here's the 2-1. This one is fouled off the right side. Makes it 2-2 count with 2 outs. The runner at second. Bottom of the fourth, and Assumption trying to build on their lead and move into the title game for the second straight year after winning it last year.
have a feeling this is a big at-bat.
Humboldt looking for their first title appearance.
2 balls, 2
They got
strikes.
some
Here
work
it
to
comes.
do defensively first, and this one is lifted up and right back in front of us here.
Good effort by Lang. Gets up out of the crouch quickly, but just ran out of room.
And that one fouled off. Lisbon won that game over there 1-0. The Buena Vista Diamond. So again, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck her out. So Humboldt comes back off her after the leadoff single and shuts him down with no runs on one hit. 1 left on. At the end of 4 complete, 4-1 Humboldt, or Davenport Assumption over Humboldt. Back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola. Great price, great selection.
Back here, we'll correct that score over on the Buena Vista Diamond. Collins Maxwell beat Lisbon 1-0 to advance. The number 1 seed, Collins Maxwell Baxter, advances to the title matchup. They'll wait the winner of Akron and IGHSAU. And Humboldt will come up here with the 8, 9, and 10, or 8, 9 on top of the order here in the top of the 5th. For Humboldt, the designated player, Addie Birdsell. She walked and was stranded at first the last time up. So, here's Hannah Kelly. There's a strike on the outside. Collins Maxwell, the first team to advance to the title matchup here. And they're staggered. They started a half hour ahead of us. So
That's an added success.
Congratulations to them. They won it in 2016 as Collins Maxwell Baxter, I believe. And then they had separation of those schools, and they're just Collins Maxwell now.
Maxwell now, yeah.
So kind of a first season for them and a great first season for them.
This one slapped toward the shortstop, bounces. She'll turn and get her. Looked like for a minute that ball was just going to drop. It came off the bat, kind of weird, but shortstop Nicole Yoder throws out Birdsell, and that brings up Ashley Clark, the right fielder.
It did have some funny spin on it, and Yoder did a good job of getting to it and deciding not to try to go for the catch, play it off the bounce, and had the arm strength to get it over there and get the out.
This one is low for ball 1. Back to Collins Maxwell Baxter. Small schools, you don't often see a school drop off. Usually you're adding on there. But sometimes that happens with changes and growth and that kind of stuff. Here's the 1-0. And a strike on the outside edge. She's really finding that outside edge pretty well here.
Well, early on in the game, that's where she wanted to establish and did it, kind of went away from it in the middle innings, but is now working back in there.
That one moves back inside a little more. When it's 1 and 2 as Ashley Clark in the hole here.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out in the 5th.
Top of the 5th inning. And that was fouled off. She hangs in there as Humboldt needs base runners and needs to push a few across here in the 4th, trailing 4-1. They scored 1 in the 2nd inning.
Needs good quality at bats.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Struck her out on that low pitch. For out number 2. That's the 3rd strikeout, I believe, of the game for Kelly. And going to have a change here. We'll see. Might be a pitching change for
yeah, interesting.
Assumption.
We're going to go to the bullpen and bring in a pitcher to close this one out. Several players standing over there, several candidates.
Okay, let's take a break. We'll come back and catch you up on the change after this on CISN.TV.
Selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business. And come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola. Great.
Okay.
So Kelly goes to first?
Yes.
So we're back here, and our Danielson, Laura Leonard sorting this out. Allie Timmons will come in to pitch. Hannah Kelly will go to first base for Davenport Assumption. So with 2 outs, they'll make a change here. Allie Timmons, the junior, 18 starts, 16-2 in those 18 starts. ERA of 2.14. 33 walks, 143 Ks. So I like that ratio.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
143 to 30. I can't figure out the percentage on that, but that's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah.
Back and forth there.
I'd
take that.
I don't think you need a calculator to tell you that's pretty good ratio.
Good. That's darn good. Yeah. Top of the order, Carly Thompson for Humboldt with 2 outs. Takes it for ball. She's grounded out and walked, so 0 for 1 so far in the ballgame. Thompson, the center fielder for Humboldt. Got a piece of that, falls back. 1-1.
Allie's older sister, Nicole, was in the circle for Assumption a year ago, is going to be back later on, or Thursday or Friday, to be honored with the Jack North Award. And so she will be up here if this score holds to see her team try to repeat.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Carly Thompson.
And for those of you that don't know, the Jack North Award is to the captain of the all-tournament team, the highest vote getter of the all-tournament team, and that was Nicole Timmons a year ago.
Fouled off. And here's the 1-2 pitch, 2 outs, and that stays high. And Timmons trying to find the range here early on, coming in. Takes it outside, runs the count full.
It comes into the ball game with 2 outs, so and in a pretty comfortable
good
lead.
Spot to come in and a chance to find your spot. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss, and she gets the strikeout to end the inning. Humboldt goes down in order. And in the middle of the 5th inning, it'll be Davenport coming up, leading 4-1 after this on CISN.TV.
Welcome to Fairway, where we're not a mega food, fashion, fitness, you name it center. For 80 years, we've been your neighborhood meat and grocery store, focused on cutting you the highest quality meats for your backyard barbecue, providing the freshest ingredients for your summer salad, and making sure your shopping trip is as easy and sweet as Grandma's blueberry pie. So while others try to put it all under one roof, at Fairway, we put our all into meat and grocery.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
we'll go to the leadoff batter here. Is Anna Wohlers in the bottom of the fifth. Takes a ball. There's a strike. 1-1. Darty Anderson, Laura Leonard on CISN.TV. Ruben Garza running the controls for us. And you notice our camera behind home plate, sometimes it gets bumped and a little cockeyed, but we'll try to get it adjusted when we do. There's a strike. Or no, excuse me, a ball. 2-1. We changed up a little bit last year up in the press box, shooting through that screen, but we moved around a little bit. The trouble here in the outdoors, as you know, with cameras and things, you got to be careful. But so far, the weather beautiful. Not complaining about that. This one is ripped hard towards center field, back and gone. Home run, Anna Wohlers.
That ball was right where she wanted it, got the arms extended and drove it to deep center field. That easily got out of here.
Anna Wohlers.
Let's see, Wohlers had 2 coming in, so that would be her third. She didn't hit one the other night. Let's see. Wohlers. See, nope, so that'd be home run number 3 for her. So a leadoff home run makes it 5-1 here for Assumption. At the bottom of the fifth, there's a ball. And we'll see how Ellie Jacobson covers from that. Mad at herself probably. And this one is slapped to the third baseman, gloves it, and good throw over, and that'll get the out. And that always helps the defense with a good play behind you.
Well, it was a really good play. That was a shot down to third base and just a stab. And a lot of times as a third baseman, that's what you have to do. You got to have that reaction to be able to get that ball. And what a great job of picking it and then one step to make the strong throw.
Carly Salmon struck out, grounded out. It seems like this third time through, though, they're tagging the ball a little harder. And that one, no chance to tag it as it hits in front of the plate and comes in for ball 1. This one is lifted high. Catcher coming back and runs out of room. It's over the top of the backstop there. And if we were charging errors to the fans, we might have to charge one there, I think. But
if he would have brought his glove, he would have had it.
Yeah.
That barehanded catch.
We won't tell you which school he's representing. We'll just let that go. 1-1 count, 1 out. Here for Assumption. This one is lifted high on the diamond. It's going to just get out of the infield. Running in and dropping it is the left fielder. And going into second is Carly Salmon. And so another error on Humboldt. And then there was a little miscommunication there too. The shortstop started heading out and then left fielder had to come in late.
Here's Nicole Yoder.
You get a pinch runner, Lauren DeLulio, over there at second base.
And that brings up Nicole Yoder. Blocked and fouled off a bunt. 0 for 1. Takes ball 1. Fouled off the bunt with 2 strikes for an out.
Nice have a runner in scoring position. The 1-0 pitch.
That one's outside. Ball 2.
2-0.
Leadoff homer, a ground out, and then an error. There's a runner at second. 2-0 pitch to the batter. Outside 3-0.
And they've tried to steal third base several times, but DeLulio is not getting a great jump out there at second base.
3-0 pitch. We'll see if she takes it all the way here. Does for the strike. See, too much attention to the runner out there.
Humboldt looking for a strikeout here.
3-1 pitch.
3-1.
Low. The ball. One out. Coach over at first saying there's a force at any bag, so be running. And Emma Johnson comes in. She's singled and flied out to the shortstop. For 2 today. This one slapped to the shortstop right under the glove. And I think they're going to score that a single.
Yeah, I think it should be.
It kind of skidded.
Yeah.
No, they put up an error.
Oh, wow. Well, I know Hayek was moving towards third base, and that ball came at her. She had to lean to go back the other way to try to glove it, and it just scooted underneath her glove.
Fouls this one off to the right side.
Strike one on this one here.
She's
1 out of 2 with a
popped out to the catcher and singled. 1 for 2. Got stranded at third in the last inning. (6-1) here, Assumption. Trying to add to it, fouls that one off. 0-2 now.
Well, have put themselves in great situations to score lots of runs. They were battling for the first 3 innings, but then have exploded here over the last couple.
This one slapped over toward the second baseman. She comes over, makes the play. Baron Koo for out number 2. And brings up Olivia Allen, the number 9 batter. The right fielder. She's flied out, fouled it off her foot, so 0 for 2. And she was out of the box in that ball, and this one comes over. The second baseman will take it again. Well, they get 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, or 1 error, and 2 left on. At the end of 5 complete, it's 6-1. Davenport Assumption will go to the top of the 6th after this on CISN.TV.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Iowa Pig Farmers Care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
We go to the top of the 6th inning. Humboldt coming up to bat, trailing 6-1 here against Davenport Assumption. Laura Hayek comes to the plate. She struck out and flied out. 0-2. Here, Allie Timmons came on in the last inning with 2 outs and got the strikeout to end the inning for Assumption, and she's out there on the mound now. And we're going to have a switch here, or coach is over talking to umpire, but they haven't made a change. Maybe she's getting clarification on something.
On relief. Hannah Kelly, first pitch to Hayek is high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Ball 1. To Hayek. Humboldt needs
stage of comeback.
plate appearances here. There's a swing and a miss.
They can't be overly aggressive, but they do have to be patient at the plate, see if they can get something started.
And Timmons comes right at her there, 1-2.
Well, you know Timmons is going to be around the plate. As you had mentioned, those 143 strikeouts coming into the tournament. Going to be on the corners and throw that rice ball.
And her second strikeout. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts. That brings up Maddie Lang, the catcher, who's grounded out twice. There's a strike. There's the 0-1. High. Head of the hitter, trying to move it around a little bit. There's a strike right in there. Well, Timmons doesn't mess around, does she?
No,
and
she
doesn't. She comes
doesn't.
right after those hitters.
And she works a lot like her sister, and I thought her sister had a state tournament record from a year ago and most strikeouts in a game. She had 20 in that championship game against Albia.
Well, there's number 3 right there. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts for Timmons here. And that'll bring up Ellie Jacobson, who walked and grounded out, 0 for 1. Did score the only run of the day for Humboldt so far. 6-1, they trail here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss. And as a hitter, you see that going on, and you get anxious getting in there, and as a pitcher, you're just starting to get in a groove and fire them in there. Here's the 0-1. That one's outside, 1-1. But as a hitter, you got to stand in there and figure out some way to end this streak, don't you?
All right, you just have to make some contact, and I think once your teammates see that somebody has made contact, that they then maybe breathe a sigh of relief and come up there with a little bit more confidence.
That one was a ball, 2-1. To Humboldt, but 2 out. Trying to get something going. Swing and a miss. So she strikes. No, oh, that's the second strike. I'm sorry. I was going to give her the strikeout, but not yet.
Well, the way she's dealing, you might just ring it up. We'll see.
I won't erase that K from the scorebook yet. We'll see. Oh, that one just off speed. Runs the count full, but had the batter thinking. And she even turns to check the count. For some reason, I thought maybe that other one was a strike, but maybe not. So we're at a full count now here. And here's the payoff pitch from Timmons. And walks her. So
good battle by Jacobson at the plate.
Let's see if that's something that gets things going here for Humboldt.
Emily Knight will come in as the courtesy runner.
Okay. Trailing 6-1, and runner at first with 1 out. Brings up Rachel Darling, who's grounded out twice to the first baseman. Takes a ball. One 0 pitch, low, throw down to first. Runner back plenty of time.
Not getting too big of a jump over there at first. You don't want to get caught off and in the inning.
2-0 delivery is 3-0. For me, I wouldn't want to mess around with the runner, 2 outs. I'd say, hey, just focus on the batter. Now she's falling behind 3-0 here. So we'll see comes back with the strike. No. So 2 walks now given up by Timmons after 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. And now the coach is going to come out and talk to her a little bit. And what's the discussion here?
It's just basically get out of this inning, throw strikes. You're a strikeout pitcher. Get back into a groove and get this 3rd out. Get us back to the dugout. That's basically what it is.
Don't worry about those runners, because right now they don't hurt you at 6-1 lead, and come after the batter. It'll be Kaya Arnold, who struck out looking and grounded out to first. 0 for 2. The number 6 batter here for Humboldt, looking to get something going. Here's the first pitch. Here's a strike right in there. This one is fouled back. Right up over the top of us. We hear it hitting the stands. So now she's ahead of the hitter, 0-2.
Didn't like that ball that was given to her. Didn't like the seams. Didn't like something on it.
She gets a little rosin and now ready to go with the 0-2 count, 2 outs, runner at first. This one lifted toward the first base side, and the second baseman will make the play, so they get out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Humboldt trailing 6-1. Assumption coming to bat on CISN.TV.
Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger. And together, we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy. Obsessively.
He knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
We will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And the top of the order, Olivia Wardlow will lead it off for Assumption. She singled, flied out and struck out, 1 for 3 today, scored a run in the first inning. Steps in against Jacobson and slaps it right by a diving shortstop for a single into left center there.
Boy, just squared that up and just laced it right back up the middle. And I wouldn't be surprised if she takes off running.
Leah Nelson, center fielder's up. Single, strikeout, and fly out. This one fly out to third base. She looks to first, but ball really didn't get up enough to let Wardlow get off the base much over there. And out number 1.
Throw a rise ball when you know somebody's going to try to bunt. You're going to pop it up, and that prevents that hitter from getting it down and moving that runner.
Here's Anna Wohlers, the catcher, fouls it off. Now, never having pitched that windup, is that something, as you're winding, can you adjust as you see him turn, or is that something you have to think about and do? Or
well, I think a lot of times in situations you get a runner on, nobody out. You figure, you assume
they're going to try to
that a lot of teams are going to try to bunt.
There's that rise again. Hangs up there. 1-1. They're probably thinking ahead. Now, coaches generally calling pitches from the dugout here, or?
You know, it seems like anymore coaches do call the pitches.
Runner going, and well, that might have been an out if she could have hung on to it, but stolen base. It got there almost simultaneously, but couldn't squeeze it in the glove as she ran into the runner there. So it was a strike, so it's 1-2 the count. And I don't know what coach is complaining about over there in the third base box, but talk to umpire Jeff Tank, and this one now is going to get through the hole on the right side. They're going to turn, send the runner, and nobody's there to cut it. They cut it off. They just let it go by, and that lets the runner get all the way over to third.
Again, the communication on the infield wasn't there. Looked like Jacobson was to be the cutoff person. Nobody told her to cut, so she let it go through.
Let it go through.
What she's supposed to do.
Yeah, what you're supposed to do if they don't call it. But then it gets to the backstop, and you got the runner now over at third with an out. And Hannah Kelly coming up. She's playing first now. There's a ball.
Kelly is inside. One ball, no strike.
She is 0 for 3 today. Flight out, reach on an air, and grounded out. And Woller's over at third. This one is going to drop foul on the right field line there. Umpire and fellow broadcaster Mark Amadeo over there at first base.
Veteran umpire.
Veteran broadcaster.
Veteran
He's a veteran everything.
He is a veteran. God, and he's only 20-some years old. Can't be a veteran when you're that young.
So one's across the top there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out for Assumption and 1 runner on at third. They're leading 7-1. That one's high. 2-1 to Hannah Kelly. Started out on the mound and moved to third, or first, excuse me. That's going to be late throw to home. Kelly will reach on the fielder's choice, and a run will score.
So they squeeze the runner home from third to add another run to the total. And I'm just not sure Jacobson didn't get to that ball quick enough and hesitated just for a second. If she's ready and in motion, ready to flip it to home, they're going to get the out.
Yeah. 8-1 here, and a little bit of dejection on the defense you see out there right now as they're trying to get out of this. There's a strike on the offering on the off speed. And a swing and a miss, and runner goes off first when they throw down, but she's going to get back safely. Kelly.
And they're calling timeout. I think she maybe hit the bag funny as she was hustling back, maybe turned an ankle, and they don't want to have
your leading
her
pitcher
banged up. Yeah. Heading into a championship game tomorrow.
Or Friday.
Friday.
Friday at 3:30, yep.
That's right.
This one is lifted towards center. Center fielder on the horse. Can't get there. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder for a hit. Thompson racing in, but unable to get there. And that brings up Nicole Yoder, the shortstop. He's walked twice, fouled off a bunt with 2 strikes, so she's 0 for 1. Stranded at second each time she walked. That one way outside. 8-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Humboldt. There's a strike. You need a couple defensive outs and then get in and need some runs to rally here. And Davenport Assumption would like to push as many more of these across as they could out there with one out.
I think they're looking to close it out right now if they can.
Here's a ball, 2-1.
And you can kind of tell that with Humboldt, the shoulders are kind of down a little bit, and they're dragging a little bit. And I think the Knights kind of smell blood in the water, feel like they can close this thing out in a 10-run rule.
Swing there. Yeah, because 7 runs is tough against the top team defending champion. You like to stay closer than that, and you know coming up in the 7th it's going to be a lot of work to do. This one is fouled back, out of play. And 80 degrees, breezy, cloudy here, so nice day really.
Can't complain.
For softball. That one's low at the ankles for a ball. Runs the count full. To Nicole Yoder, the shortstop, the junior. She's walked twice. This one right by the drawn in third baseman down the line. That'll score a run.
Boy, that was a shot, and it just hugged the third base line, stayed fair. And Clark didn't really have a chance. You're right.
Well, she was more thinking about protecting herself, I think, in a way. It was to her right, but yeah. Been a great twist over there. And this is, let's see. Paige Madden into bat here for Assumption. Takes a ball, another ball, 2-0.
Lang looking into the dugout to get the signal and just hand on hip thinking we just got to get out of this.
And there's a ball low again. All coming in, not missing by much, but just a little low there, and it's 3-0. They're with one out. The second out has eluded Humboldt here in this 6th inning. And there's a strike, 3-1.
With this lead, an opportunity to get some other players in, to get some plate appearances, pinch running opportunities.
Screaming foul on the right side into the stands. Here's the wind and the full count. Calder out. Looking. And outside edge. Out number 2. And brings up Whistlander. And
interesting that you have Allie Timmons going back out to the bullpen.
To the bullpen, yeah, to warm up here.
To warm up. I guess they feel like she's, you know, it's been a long half inning, and
yeah. This one lifted over the right side, foul. Yeah, I want to keep her warmed up there. Runners at first and second, 2 outs now, and Whistlander, the batter, thought about that one and held off it for a ball. She's 1 for 3 with a single. Got stranded at third. This one slapped hard toward right to the right fielder. And that will end the inning. 3 runs in the inning on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. No errors and 2 left on at the end of 6 complete. 9-1 with Humboldt coming up at the top of the 7th here on CISN.TV.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
We go to the top of the 7th inning. Humboldt have the 7, 8, 9 batters, but they need some runs. They need 8 to keep it going here. This 3A semifinal advance. And there's a strike. From Allie Timmons, who went over and warmed up a little bit here before this inning started.
I'm not even sure she had a chance to throw a
I don't know if she did either, because she went over there and then it kind of went quick, didn't it? She's quickly ahead of the batter. That's inside. So she came in with 2 outs in the 5th, struck out that batter, struck out the next 2, walked the next 2, and then got a ground out to get out of the 6th. Now ahead 0-2 or 1-2 here from the batter, and this is fouled off. And we talked about it. It was 143 Ks to 33 bases on balls, so she's a strikeout pitcher for sure. And this one, that came off and hit the batter, but just had her guessing on that one too. A low pitch. It was
just right out on the front foot and was able to get a piece of it.
Credit Clark for hanging in there. They need base runners. Takes that one. Winner plays on Friday. And all those games, the championship games, again on IPTV. You'll see Laura on some of those, right?
I have all of Friday's games, along with Paul, I believe, Paul Yeager.
Paul Yeager, that name
Yeager,
sounds
you know
familiar,
him?
Yeah. Good guy. Strikeout there for Timmons. In fact, he's down press row there taking copious notes, I'm sure, too.
That's good, because I rely on him a lot.
Yeah. I'll bring up Birdsell for Humboldt. Swing and lifts it back, and it's foul. So that's what, 3, 4, and 5? Or, no, what are the championships Friday? 3, I know for sure.
3A, 4A, and 5A.
3A, 4A, 5A. Okay.
Yeah, 1A, 2A on Thursday night. And I believe those start at, I want to say 6. Championship game for 1A is at 6. And then 8:15 is the 2A. 3:30, 5:45.
Strike 2.
And 8 o'clock for 3A, 4A, and 5A on Friday.
And all those again on IPTV. We appreciate you sitting in with us here a little bit too.
Well, thanks for asking. It's always a pleasure to work with you guys, and always fun to watch good softball.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw you over on the other. We got here early, and they were already stringing the cables over there on the Buena Vista Diamond where the championships will be played, getting those ready for And oh, nice catch over there. One-handed catch by the photog. And the crowd's cheering and he's smiling. And
yeah.
Unfortunately, he's got his camera, so he didn't get a picture of himself catching it. But
well, first rule of thumb is protect the camera.
Yeah, protect the camera.
All.
Yeah, that's what he was thinking too. He would have slapped it down if he had to. But here's the 1-2 pitch, and this one fouled back. So Birdsell hanging in there, the designated player. Walked and grounded out, looking for a first hit here. Second and third inning, well, that second inning, they got some runners on and just able to get one run out of that. And but at that point, it was only a 2-1 game, but those chances to convert runs when you're playing against the #1 seed defending champion, you got to take advantage of those. And credit Assumption for.
Well, and you look up that scoreboard, I think they only had one hit in this ball game.
Yep. And there's a swing and a miss. There's a strikeout. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts for Timmons. Here, and brings up Ashlyn Clark, the right fielder. Yeah, we can't see somebody's got a temp at the bottom of the scoreboard for the hits for Assumption. I think it's 10, isn't it?
Looks like more than that.
Might be a little more than that.
I don't know. It's either a 13 or a 12, maybe.
Oh, 1 pitch. It's a ball, 1-1 with 2 outs. Timmons looking to close this off here and send the Knights into the championship game for the second year in a row. Delivery inside. 2-1. Next game coming up at 1:30 here. And there's a strike, which will be Albia and Roland Story.
Albia looking to try to have a rematch in that championship game from a year ago.
So here's the 2-2. Hit up left side and caught. That'll do it. Assumption will move on to the title game with the 9-1 win here over Humboldt. And Humboldt early in the game gave them a run, but Assumption just brought out the bats and really took it to them here, Laura.
Oh, they really did. You're right. Humboldt hung with them for about 3 innings, and then all of a sudden the bats just got hot for the Knights, and they were able to get a lot of base runners on. They ran the bases well, put themselves in great situations to score a lot of runs.
All right, well, we appreciate you watching today. Our sponsors, Mid-American Energy, Iowa Pork Producers, Fairway Foods, Atlantic Bottlers, CenturyLink, Schottenkirk Chevrolet Waukee, Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola, G&L Clothing, and Westside Auto Pros. The final here in the 3A semifinal, 9-1. Assumption moves to the title game, downing Humboldt today. Here for Laura Leonard, I'm Dar Danielson on CISN.TV.
Great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.